Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man. Giving you this truth. Giving you this truth. I'm going to try to make one more video after this today as I get these subjects. The Most High puts stuff into this brain of mine and it comes out. And I'm talking about romance on today. And listen, you guys, you're missing the mark. You're missing the, remember, romance comes from Rome. That's where we get the word from, Romans. I talked to you earlier about how Rome collapsed. Now the United States is trying to take all the same routes. See, originally, and even you could look at the book of Genesis in the Bible, the woman's job was to help the man, to help him do his work, to please him, to satisfy him. She was like an assistant, if you will, help. So, just like in ancient Rome before us, when those soldiers originally got mighty and strong like that, everybody was doing their roles. Everybody was within their roles. But it happened in Rome first. And we still talking a little bit about Rome. It became about love instead of about childbearing. And next thing you know, they went from trying to populate to depopulate. See, all of this happened in Rome already. And the women were no longer in the assistant role, the submissive role. And as a result, just like now, there's a lot of fighting. Let me just plug this up before it goes dead. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of back and forth. Then came all the debauchery, all the orgies, fornication. Remember, the word fornication is, or shall I say, this cuss word that rhymes with bucking. That was an abbreviation originally. It was fornication under the commission of the king. So it became about the women, and it became about impressing the women and trying to please the women instead of the men taking their natural roles in life and going about their business. They changed their whole approach, and there was a role reversal. And it happened in Rome before it happened here. Now, in the United States, you got women paying the bills. You got the guys staying at home with the kids. Everything is reversed now. Everything is reversed. And you got to understand, just like in Rome, that was disrespect. The reversal came before the disrespect. And next thing you know, they were under the bridge with well, we ain't going to go into details. But if you do your research, you know what I'm talking about, them soldiers under that bridge. They were weakened. And Attila the Hun made jokes about how weak Rome, man, what is that? He made jokes about how weak Rome had become before he attacked them. He overcame them as well. So he was watching for a while, according to read about Attila the Hun. Read about Attila the Hun and how he came up with that orchestrated plan to take down Rome. So when you guys, you gotta realize something. You guys are seeking romance. Romance. Originally, it wasn't about that. Originally, it was about childbearing, populating the earth. He said, replenish the earth. It was about taking care of his creation. And people, now you got all these people that some of them don't even pray. They don't even mention God. Right here in this country. They led by women instead of the women helping them along, making things better for the man. They're being led by women. Just like Rome. You need to watch my video, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna go into depth in the future with a documentary on this about how the things that was taking place in Rome before it collapsed. It went from, just like the United States, it went from romance to weird debaucherous sex, just anything goes, right before the collapse. Right before the collapse. And on top of this, here's another thing that's deep. They legalized Christianity. They legalized it. They said, okay, well, this is going to be our religion. Well, the Christians weren't confronting them like they should have been. So they went along, like some of them went down right with them when Attila the Hun attacked. And that's what a lot of you are doing. Partly because Christianity is not the faith. Faith is the faith. Faith in the Most High through obedience, expressed through obedience and belief. Not just belief, but obedience and belief. What's been revealed is what we're going to be judged by. I don't care if somebody did tamper with it. We have it. You know, he's going to say, okay, well, the 42 laws of Ma'at, 10 commandments. Okay, so what were you doing? What did you initially? Adam's job was to serve the Most High and to take care of his creation. Now men seek glory for themselves, just like Rome. And what happened to Rome? Did the Most High protect Rome from Attila the Hun? No. Nah. He didn't. So everybody need to make their choice before it's too late. And then you got all the other stuff that was going on in some of these countries. People tainting food to reduce population. All of this stuff, ain't none of this stuff new. Ain't none of this stuff new. If you think it's new, read what they did to the natives around the time what we call Thanksgiving. Read sometimes. So, that romance stuff, if you in a relationship, that relationship is supposed to be about business first. Business. Making easier lives, making better lives, raising up kids that's going to be representatives for the Most High. Some of y'all having sex, the dude getting his fluid off, we'll call it fluid, on the inside, and bringing out these car thieves, these burglars, and he disappears. A lot of the men disappear. A lot of the men spend their time trying to glorify themselves, end up dead, end up in prison. That's not our goal as men. That's not what we were created to do. You try to glorify yourself, or you try to fulfill yourself. Some people died of overdose. That's not man's original job. And so that's what happens. That's what happens. You get away from what the Most High want, you're getting away from his protection as well. And it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time before your life comes to an end. And then what? So that romance stuff, forget about that. If you with somebody, you do what's called vetting them out. You say, listen, I like you a lot, but I need you to understand some things. This relationship is not about romance. This ain't Rome. This relationship is about building empires, building wealth, building families. It's not about you and your feelings, and that's why they say you can't turn as they say, I ain't gonna say the word, 304, the censor word, into a housewife. Housewives are assistants. A 304, everything is about her. Everything went wrong in her life, she trying to correct it. She trying to get people to accept her, all type of stuff. We don't have time for that right now. There's no time for that. There's no time for that. Sex is supposed to be pleasurable for both. Supposed to be pleasurable for both. The marriage bed is undefiled and honorable in all. It says, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Adulterers, people who have sex with people that they have not committed to in marriage. And nobody said how many. We ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother subject. But that's what it is. So understand that the relationship dynamic is business first. It's business first. You passing on legacy. You're supposed to be building ambassadors for the Most High in the earth. Some of y'all are building the next terrorists of the community. And terrorists, y'all think all terrorists is wearing dashikis and hiding in caves. No, terrorists are right walking down the street, looking to gratify themselves sexually against somebody's will, steal cars, injecting people with poison. And that's all we're gonna say on this one. Cause I'm gonna mess around and uncensor myself, and I'm already censored enough. Thank you, YouTube, for giving me this platform. Thank all of you who will watch this, and make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this. Again, romance is not supposed to be the goal of relationships. The relationship dynamic is business first. The business of childbearing, the business of building wealth and passing on legacy and putting people in the earth that will save the souls of the earth from the coming judgment of God.